provides no details on which deductions they would eliminate, which loopholes they would close, or which Medicare savings they would achieve. Jason Johnson is a political science professor at Hiram College near Cleveland. He's also the chief political correspondent at Politic 365. And John Brabender is a Republican political consultant and former senior strategist in Rick Santorum's presidential bid. Welcome to you both.
Morning.
Morning.
So I keep wondering, why are the two parties negotiating in public? Wouldn't it be better if they negotiated behind closed doors, Jason?
Well, they're not going to negotiate behind closed doors because nothing gets done. I mean, what you see right now with that Republican proposal on Monday, first off, it was similar to what the Democrats were offering in 2011. And also, John Boehner is under a tremendous amount of pressure to look tough. The Republican Party lost really bad in the November elections. They want to beat their chest. They want to rattle sabers and say, we're standing up to Barack Obama before they're eventually going to have to cave. So that's why I think a lot of these negotiations are happening publicly. In the end, it's going to be a private meeting and things are going to get done.
So, John, do you agree?
Yeah, I do. I think actually both sides should probably be embarrassed at this point. We are not in the get it done stage. We are in the public relations campaign phase. Both of them have put forward less specificity than you would see in a $50,000 mortgage application, yet we're talking about $2 billion. So I think both of them are trying to secure their position with the public, and then we will see this get done as we get closer.
So John, let me ask you this. So will the Republicans at any point say, well, we kind of have to raise taxes on the wealthiest Americans to get a deal done? Do you think that will happen eventually?
Well, let's not forget, in their plan, they are raising the tax on the wealthy, but they're doing it in a way by getting rid of tax loopholes, which they feel, rather than raise the tax rates, will have less of a negative impact on the economy. At the end, I think that there will be a little bit of movement on their side, possibly raising the dollar income level that we have for that and making so it's a combination of increases as well as loopholes. But frankly, the president's policy of just trying to punish the rich is what he seems to be interested in, is also counterproductive, frankly.
Oh, I saw Jason Johnson shaking his head no.
Yeah, look, this is not true. They haven't specified what any of these taxes are. They're trying to sell people a bridge, and you don't even know where the bridge is going. So that's one of the reasons that the White House rejected the plan. But here's the other reason why the Republicans are eventually just going to go along and raise taxes and deal. The most important number in this whole debate is 56. 56% of the public, according to a recent poll, will blame the Republican Party in Congress if this deal does not get done. They do not need another public relations hit after being shellacked in the November elections. So I think eventually the Republicans, they can dress it up however they want. They're going to have to accept some tax increases. They lost this battle. They lost this election, and it's time for them to move on.
Okay, so John, let me ask you this, and this may mean nothing at all, and I hear you, Jason, but I don't know. There was a holiday party at the White House, and John Boehner was there, and the president was there. John Boehner didn't get his picture taken with the president. Does that mean anything in the grand scheme of life?
No, but I think what is probably happening is there are more negotiations going on than are public. I think there's probably more dialogue than is probably public. I think it's a disaster for both the president and for Speaker Boehner if this doesn't get done. But I do think that there are strong ideological differences. Quite frankly, the president had promised that he would do more than 2 times as many cuts as raising taxes, yet his plan does the opposite of that. And so I do think there are some ideological splits, but end of the day, neither side can afford not to get this done. They'll both be blamed equally.
I kind of think he's right, Jason. There's a sentiment out there that Democrats actually want us to go off the fiscal cliff.
Look, nobody wants anyone to go off the fiscal cliff. And the reality is we have to look over the last 2 years. The Republican Party established themselves as the party that was willing to let America's entire credit rating go down the tubes in order to stop Barack Obama last year. So it's very clear that most people are going to see them as being the party that's being more obstinate. The truth of the matter is they also, because they lost so badly in the election, nobody wants to be seen playing footsie with Barack Obama under the table, which is what they're going to have to do in order to get this deal done. But no, the Republican Party is going to end up being blamed, which is one of the reasons they're going to have to compromise more. It's the same thing the Democrats did when Bush won. You have to compromise with the party that just won.
Jason Johnson, John Brabender, thanks to you both.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The New York film critics have made their choices for top films, and many times they end up as Oscar